request Vaishnavi, Rotractor Vaishnavi from MES College for a invocation song.
The
Yeah,
Youth Service
Can
sure.
I expect?
Director of MES Rotaract.
Nice to have you here, Vaishnavi.
Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. I'm Vaishnavi from MES Rotaract Club, Youth Service Director. Now I'm going to sing invocation song. ಪಾಲಿಸು ಪಾಲಿಸು ಪಾರ್ವತಿ ತನಯ ಪಾಲಿಸು ಪಾಲಿಸು ಪಾರ್ವತಿ ತನಯ ಲಾಲಿಸು ವಿಘ್ನ ವಿನಾಶಕ ಸದಯ ಲಾಲಿಸು ವಿಘ್ನ ವಿನಾಶಕ ಸದಯ ಪಾಲಿಸು ಪಾಲಿಸು ಪಾರ್ವತಿ ತನಯ ಓಂಕಾರ ಪ್ರಿಯ ಗಣಪ ನಿರಂಜನ ಪನ್ನಗಭೂಷಣ ಸೌಮ್ಯ ಪ್ರಸನ್ನ ಓಂಕಾರ ಪ್ರಿಯ ಗಣಪ ನಿರಂಜನ ಪನ್ನಗಭೂಷಣ ಸೌಮ್ಯ ಪ್ರಸನ್ನ ಸಿದ್ಧಿ ವಿನಾಯಕ ಸಕಲಾಭ್ಯುದಯ ಪಾಶಾಂಕುಶಧರ ಪರಮ ಪವಿತ್ರ ಪಾಲಿಸು ಪಾಲಿಸು ಪಾರ್ವತಿ ತನಯ ಲಾಲಿಸು ವಿಘ್ನ ವಿನಾಶಕ ಸದಯ ಪಾಲಿಸು ಪಾಲಿಸು ಪಾರ್ವತಿ ತನಯ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.
Thank you, Vaishnavi. Dr. Vaishnavi. That was a wonderful invocation song to start ahead.
Lavanya, your voice is breaking.
So, going ahead with welcome address.
Yeah, you can continue.
Hello.
Yeah, now it is better. Continue.
Yeah. So, well, good evening to all present. It's my privilege to welcome you all to the fourth session of Rotaract Club of Bangalore Sheshadipuram's Nali 2.2. Well, it's all about learning and an interactive session on building a Rotaract brand. So, well, happy to see you all on a pleasant Sunday evening. Yeah, well, with that, I would like to welcome immediate past President Rotractor Srinidhi SU of Rotaract Club of Bangalore Sheshadipuram, as well who's the ZRR of Zone Chalukya, coordinator of Rotary District Literacy Committee, and co-chair of Rotaract District Literacy Committee RID 3190, who is the speaker of the day. I would like to recognize the presence of our club advisor, Rotarian Meera ma'am. Welcome to you, ma'am. I would like to welcome Secretary of Projects, Rotractor Suraj, Rotaract Club of Bangalore Sheshadipuram. I would like to recognize the presence of all the past presidents, past President Nishit, past President Rotractor Apurva, who is the co-chair of MHM Committee, Rotaract District Committee, as well as chair of Projects 3. And I would like to recognize the presence of Hasiru Committee, chair, Rotaract District RID 3190. Would also like to recognize the presence of club editor, Rotractor Rakshit Shetty. Would like to recognize the presence of professional development professional development director Bindu Rotractor Bindu. Would like to recognize the presence of Rotractor Saga. Warm welcome to you all on this pleasant Sunday evening. Well, before giving ahead to Srinidhi, would like to state a quote on welcome the challenges, look for the opportunities in every situation to learn and grow in wisdom by Brain Terrace. So, well, with that, I would like to hand it over to immediate past President Rotractor Srinidhi.
Thank you, Vice President and Club in charge, Dr. Lavanya, for this opportunity, who is also the chair of RCBS Kalinadi. So both the Manasas are also here. So welcome to you too, Manasa Bhushan and Manasa. I would say I'm lucky, or it is a privilege, because an initiative which I started and being invited as a guest after the term of presidentship is over. So feel quite happy about it. Today we are going to talk a little about what is building the brand and what is its importance. It's not going to be a monotonous talk. Kali Nali, as the name says, Kali is learning, and Nali is to enjoy. So it is learning through an enjoyment, learning through an interaction. That is the main purpose of this particular platform. And thank you all for joining. So most of you are already acquainted with Rotaract, but to those who are new, I'll be telling a small story. For those who are already aware of it, correct me if I'm wrong. So 115 years ago, an advocate wanted to do something more to the society, and he started a small service organization along with his 3 to 4 friends who are businessmen. And since the meetings were happening in each other's offices in rotation, the name Rotary came into picture. And uh, the power also was being rotated amongst those young men, or the 3 young men and an old advocate. So his name was Rotarian Paul Harris, who is the founder of Rotary International. So this idea of service organization was very widely accepted throughout the world, and within no time, it spread throughout the world. So 100 years ago, it entered into India through Rotary Club of Calcutta, and then we had Rotary Club of Bombay, Rotary Club of Madras, and 85 years ago, Rotary Club of Bangalore, one of the oldest clubs in South India. So Rotary wanted to make use of the youth, and hence they started Rotaract. Rotaractors started as a program under the community service project of Rotary, and then it passed on into a new avenue called as youth services, and then it became a Rotary Club partner, and now it stands tall and very strong as a Rotaract club. It is having a club status and an organization status. Why did I speak about this? We are aware, many of us have witnessed through our years, there are so many organizations which get birth and gets depleted. But a journey of 115 years is no joke. For 115 years, one particular organization has sustained for such a very long time. That is something which is making it worthy. So today, a little bit of discussion will be on why building a brand is important. So as I said, when we discuss about this 115 years history of Rotary, what made Rotary survive is the brand value which it created, and which is not sufficient in the present world status, but still it is fine. If I show you certain logos, or if I show you, or if I tell you certain names, most of us will be amazed. We will look at it in a great, we'll be impressed by hearing. Maybe if I speak about Tesla or Elon Musk, or if I talk about Steve Jobs, if I speak about Puma, or if I speak about Nike or Adidas. So these are certain brands which have been created, which makes us get impressed no matter what the quality of the product is. We feel that this is something worth which we should be having. Now, why is this branding important for a service organization like us? So as we know, we are not a non-government organization. Very clearly, to those who are new, Rotaract is not an NGO. Rotaract is a voluntary organization. It is an international voluntary organization. It doesn't just work with the social service. There are many avenues of work which gets involved. As you all know, community services, professional development, international service which works with networking, club service which works with helping the inmates of the club or the members of the club to stay strong and improve the bond in between them. And newly, the one which has come into picture is the public relation or public image, we can say. So all these are the major avenues, and to those who don't know, 2 more avenues have been started from this year onwards, which most of the clubs have not yet implemented. Finance and foundation has also been started by the Rotaract or Rotary International for our Rotaract clubs. So when we speak of such a non-NGO, that is a voluntary organization which is not an NGO, it is all about the people's movement and how people make use of it. So as I said, I will not be having a monotonous talk. and in between, I'll try to speak to others. First, I take my privilege of welcoming the president of MES Rotaract, Rotaractor Sharanya, and the secretary Rotaractor Nali, and also Divya from MES Rotaract. Thank you for joining. So, moving ahead with its importance of branding, I just want to ask one or two questions. Probably I'll, since I've spoken many a times about this to few of my board members, wish to talk to some of you who are quite new. So probably I'll start with Manasa Bhushan. If you can let me know, what is the thing which comes to your mind when you think of Rotaract? What strikes to your mind, or what is that you heard about Rotaract for the first time?
Just a minute.
Hello?
She's having some mic problems.
Yeah, sure.
Hello?
Yeah, Mansa, we can hear you.
Yeah. Could you repeat it once again, Srinidhi? I'm not able to hear you.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, tell me.
So what is the thing which you heard about Rotaract for the first time?
See, first of all, Rotaract, I heard about, Nishit was the first one who told me everything about Rotaract, what exactly they will be doing in Rotaract. And, when he showed me some of his experiences through pictures, and there were so many like cyclathon, and he had also done some paper collection work, something. So those things, and even he also visited some schools, government schools and old age homes. So those things, it made me interested in Rotaract. Joining, that was the one thing which made me interested in joining Rotaract. So other than that, it is one organization, wherein you give something for the society. So that one thing I liked about it.
Very rightly said. We give something back to the society, we being a part of the society. And it's a privilege of RCBS to have a wonderful couple like you amongst us, past President Nishit and Manasa. So once again, thank you for joining today's event. So let me pose this question to Naren, my very good friend. So what's Rotaract according to you? You can type in if you're not in a place where you can speak, not an issue. I'll read it out for you. Sagar, can you help me? Okay, the reason why I'm asking so many questions is, trust me, when I introduced Rotaract to almost 90% of people, it goes like this. Hello, I am Rotaractor Srinidhi. I am the immediate past president of Rotaract Club of Bangalore Sheshadipuram. It's a youth wing of Rotary. So we go with that last word, youth wing of Rotary. Only then they tell, oh yeah, okay, we have heard of Rotary. So the existence of Rotaract is completely dependent on another institution or an organization, Rotary. We do belong to Rotary International, but Rotaractors' existence is linked with the Rotary clubs. In spite of, it's almost been 52 years since Rotaract Club of Bangalore started in our 3190. Still, there are many institutions or many people widely they don't know about the existence of Rotaract clubs. So that is a very particular reason why we tell the brand, the building of the brand Rotaract plays an important role. So if the brand is created, people identify us. It is all about being identified. When you are identified, whatever happens further, any communication, any works, any execution of any projects, it will be a piece of you. Few of you might have written CET exams after your PU, or soon after completion of your PU, you might have thought, which college shall I join? And the first name that strikes us, one of the colleges, MES is already here. A few main colleges pops out in our mind. So I want to get into RV, I want to get into the Anand Sagar or Ramaya Institute. These are the colleges which have made their significant mark in the society, especially in our city. So they have been for a long time and they have built that particular brand. In the similar way, my wish and intention is if our Rotaract clubs take up an initiative in the future to build a particular brand, probably they will also be identified amongst them. So if I ask you to name few voluntary organizations, can you help me by naming few, whichever you know? We'll start with the former chairperson of Suchetana Education Trust, Manju. If you can help us tell few voluntary organizations other than Rotaract.
Voluntary organization, I could say here we have Parisara Shri Kshema Birudi Sangha is the one thing, and Shri Prayukti. So, and there is other organization that is Bhavishya Education and Charitable Trust. And there were few other organization in one of our Rotaractor only started that Smitham NGO. So they are also doing a good job with respect to the society.
Famous ones.
So there are few other
As soon as you
organizations which is
tell,
working parallelly. So even they have their own brand. The brand name itself, it is just like it is just like it is all about their work, the work, the dedication, whatever the thing they have in their vision. So the mainly they will be focusing on that, and whatever the thing they will do it, that should be an impactful one and long sustainable one. So people will see only that particular portion, and then only the people will also get motivated and inspired by their work, and that's how the brand will create. So if the people wanted to trust us, if the people think that it is a good organization or a trustful organization, then it is all about the organization and its visions and missions. So that is what I can say. And there are many
rightly
more
said.
organizations also. So there are
Rightly
many
said,
other
Manju.
organizations. So
One
for
question which I
example, we
have
can
for you
also.
is, if at all we are trying to relate to something which is known for everyone, which do you think other than Rotary will strike to your mind?
Yeah, for
Yes,
example, you can
Sharanya
see
said
Art of
very
Living
rightly
Foundation.
Lions Club.
Yeah,
Manju,
you
from
can
your
also see
side?
Art of Living Foundation. So they were also started like an NGO in the starting days, but now you can see the worldwide their connectivity and the way they transform the people and the people involvement in their organization also. That is all matters a lot.
So if I tell two names now, you all will tell, oh yeah, that means you are familiar about it. So two things which I can state is Youth for Seva. I'm pretty sure you all might have heard about it. Yuva Brigade. I'm pretty sure you might have heard about it. The momentum which these two organizations have created, especially in our city and in Karnataka, is quite impactful. And there are others, many other organizations also. So the names, or if I tell Akshay Patra, so as soon as we tell Akshay Patra, you'll be like, yes, I know about it. But this impact has not yet been created by Rotaract clubs. Rotary has created it, not yet by Rotaract clubs. So that is where I feel we as Rotaractors need to take a step forward and try to take a little bit of initiative in doing it or making it possible, such that when we tell Rotaract, people should be aware of it. We shouldn't tell it is youth service, it is a program of Rotary, it is a youth organization of Rotary, and then we should tell Rotary might have organized some program in your school, you might have remembered. So much of explanation shouldn't be required if a brand has been created. So that's what I think is a brand. When we speak about, I just spoke about one important aspect now is about identity. The other is about survival. So to those who are new to Rotaract, again, there are two types of Rotaract clubs. One is university based, which is also called as institution based, and the other is community based. University based clubs are highly dependent on their faculty coordinators. Of course, MES college has a goddess, I can say, one of our goddesses, Mirama, who's been a great support to us here, and MES College has Veenama, so both ending with A, and a wonderful person who has been a great support to MES Rotaract since I have been involved in their activities through from the beginning of this year. I know about it. So faculty coordinators somehow help in driving forward the institution-based Rotaract clubs. But the challenges which are faced by community-based Rotaract clubs are many, not just one. It is not about taking permission, but it is about survival. So there were instances when even our club did not have sufficient members even to form a board of directors. We didn't have members to even run that particular year. But still, somehow we have proceeded and progressed from it, and we stand at 35 number now. Speaking of 35, though it is a small number, but somewhere down the lane, 35 is a good number or a sufficient number for us to suffice further. But survival plays an important role, especially when it comes to community-based clubs. I'm not trying to degrade. I'm quite new to Rotaract, but somewhere I have tried my best to learn the history of Rotaract in the district. There were 4 DRRs from Rotaract Bangalore downtown. 4 DRRs in the 50 years of Rotaract District 3190. 4 DRRs from Rotaract Bangalore downtown. The club doesn't exist now. What happened? They were very famous then. They had built a brand then. It is not easy for any person to become a DRR so easily. So there was one DR from Bangalore Kalyan also. I guess Nishit knows about it. Probably back when you were there in Kalyan, you might have known Sneha, if I'm not wrong, was DRR.
Shruti.
Shruti, yeah. So it is not easy for any clubs to have DRRs unless they are very strong. But what is the current status of the clubs now? There is always a up and down in the graph. We know about it, but still the brand which has been built has to be consistent so that survival of the clubs are important. I really don't know what happened to Rotaract Bangalore downtown, and I'll be interested to learn about it from someone who knows about it. But I was impressed to know that it is not easy for a club to have 4 DRRs and few of them back to back, one after the other. So that was impressive. Survival of the clubs, especially community-based clubs, only happens if the brand is created, only if people know. And community-based clubs nowadays has become omnipotent. That means they're everywhere. We have Rotaractors from Badapur, we have Rotaractors. I guess we have hardly 1 or 2 Rotaractors from Shesharipuram. I'm not even sure who exactly is from Shesharipuram. We all stay in different parts of our city, but still we belong to Rotaract Club of Bangalore Shesharipuram, which is a community-based club. So in the community, if the name is quite strong, survival is easy, and that name will be created through the brand. So as I told you, Adidas or Nike, when we hear those names itself, we feel that the status has been created. It's a very good brand, and we don't have any problem with it. And the trust grows easier. We easily feel that trust with that particular brand, and we actually opt for selecting it in spite of any other brands which are available. We try to get into these particular brands and try to buy it. Does the same thing happen in service organizations? Yes, of course. So say for example, if I am running a company, and if in case, if I have a CSR fund, and if Akshay Patra comes and requests for a CSR fund, it will be a wink of the eye, or within fraction of seconds, without further thoughts, we can say, yes, we are going to give, because the trust has been built. If it is your brigade, the trust has been built. But is it not difficult for us as Rotaractors to approach for CSR funds? Though we are trustworthy, though we see that there is so much of activities going on, 150 clubs in the district is not a joke at all. There is so much of things which are happening, but still when we approach for sponsorship, we have to keep explaining what we do and everything with the brochure. So somewhere the point of building brand, I feel, has been missed. It is not anyone's fault, but it's a challenge for us to take up in the future. And any project will be affected. Yeah, Suraj, you have something to say?
Uh,
You're on mute.
okay. So what happened? So most people know. I mean, we don't have to literally do it because most of them who I have met and other things know what it is. So its only thing is they have a maybe they have a thing. This vague thing that it is only. I mean, we snatch money or we don't do anything
No, I'm
what we
not
are told.
speaking about misuse of money. No, we
No, no,
say it
no.
is very
Wait one
easy.
minute.
Yeah.
So most people know, and whomever I have spoken, I mean, for memberships, when you have asked me, I've spoken to people, and most people know what it is, how it is. But only thing is, the first question is it really worth? Are we really doing something to the society? That we are not
That's my
really.
next point.
People know.
That's my next
People
point.
know it.
Yeah. So I have made points to see that my flow of communication is good. Meanwhile, I have noticed that Rotractor Sangeeta and Sandhya Jayaprakash has joined. So welcome to you. From SSMRV, Rotractor Sangeeta, and Sandhya Jayaprakash from, it will be nice if you can put your club name here so that it will be easier for us to recognize your presence too. Thank you for joining. It's a wonderful pleasure. We are happy that you could join. Okay, Sandhya ma'am, 1 second. Can you hear us? No, yeah.
Can you hear me?
Now I
Congrats
can
on
hear
that.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you so
All
much,
the
ma'am.
best.
Thank you for joining.
All the best.
Thank you. So yes, as I was saying, I had made certain points to keep the communication flow easy, and the points are like this: identity, survival, and the status. The next one was I was actually speaking of sponsorship, trying to tag it with effectiveness of the project. We have been doing a lot of projects, but again, many people don't know about how effective it is because somewhere down the lane, the point of building the brand has been slightly missed. So when we make sure that we have been doing effective projects, or if our project, they say works speaks more than words, so our work has to talk, it has to be, it should be observable, it should be impactful, and that itself creates a brand to attract clubs. So this is what I feel is important of building a brand in Rotaract, and it's equal import. It's a responsibility of each and every Rotaractor of the district. According to the statistics which we have from the last year, we have around 11,000 to 12,000 Rotaractors in 3190 alone, with 150 clubs. So imagine the impact which we can create here in the city, here in Bangalore. It's quite large. So how to improve the brand of any organization? Of course, we know that we have logos. The first thing which I would say is put your logo everywhere, wherever possible, whichever. If you're donating a book, try to put your logo on that through stickers. If you're having a poster, put your logo. So there is a slight confusion between what is a logo and what is a master brand. You might have seen the pink color mark of excellence, the wheel which we see in the logo of Rotary, the golden one is called as mark of excellence, and with the tag name in it is called as a master brand. So there is a Rotary master brand which is golden in color. It can be used in blue, black, and white also. The Rotaract is in pink in color, which you all are quite aware of, and Interact is usually blue in color. So this is how we differentiate the master brand. So always have the master brand wherever you are trying to put the logos or whichever posters you are making. Along with that, if you have a logo of your own club, you can always make use of that. So the master brand comes first, and to the right side of it comes the theme or the logo of the club. This is the thing which we follow usually in the posters or for the identification purpose. And of course, the usage of Rotary Master Brand and any other project logos, if you have special logos for the projects, that also can be used. But make sure that you use the master brand. And DRR himself is very particular on this. Not only DRR, any director of public image or the DG, they suggest the same thing. Use a master brand, most importantly. The reason being, Rotaract Club of Bangalore Sheshadripuram is a small club with 35 members. MES Rotaract is a club with its 100 plus members. SSRB has 100 plus members. So we know that there are many different Rotaract clubs. We know about the differentiations or the different institutions which are existing, but to the outside society, that is to non-Rotaractors and non-Rotarians, it is all Rotaract. It is just Rotaract club. That is all they will be aware of. So the more the usage of Rotaract master brand happens, as a family, we will be able to improve our brand. Later comes into picture the existence of particular organizations where we can start improving our own marks. Most of you are very good in social media. I mean, I'm representing the different clubs which are here. I'm speaking on behalf of them, and you already have done a wonderful job. Our club social media has also been taken a very good care by Rakshit. I guess Rakshit is here. Yeah, our club editor is doing a wonderful job handling our social media pages, and we have the MES Rotaract page also wonderfully doing their work. And few other clubs is I have seen Ramnagara Government First Grade College and RMV, Rajmahal Vilas Rotaract, Bangalore West, Kormangala. These are the Rotaract clubs which have done wonderfully well with respect to the branding of their projects through the social media pages. Wonderfully being done. So social media somewhere helps us to reach out to a lot of people. But is that the only way of communication is also a question. That also has to be thought of. How many people are going to watch us? May it be in Facebook, may it be in Insta, or may it be in the YouTube channel or Twitter. So that again depends, but don't stop. Social media is one tool which we can make the best use of. So always see that your presence in social media is quite important. And when I talk about social media, I also speak about WhatsApp. I was a student, a normal student of Reva University. I was doing my BTech. And after getting into Rotaract, we had a challenge of revival of the club. And we started making a lot of posters. And these posters, knowingly or unknowingly, we started uploading it into our WhatsApp status so that we expose the club to some more people so that they get to know what we are doing. After my graduation, my growth in Rotaract drastically improved. And when I went back to my college, I was recognized not for the 4 years of service which I did in the Reva University or in my college, but for the 6 or 7 months of my social service which I have done to Rotaract. So the 4 years just went by because I was just a student. But the amount of work done in Rotaract gave me a personal recognition. So along with the club, there is an instance where we as an individual also gets our own public image improved when we try to share our posters or the projects which we do through our WhatsApp status and our social media pages. That's the reason why we keep asking, maybe from the district or maybe your own club presidents keep asking you, upload the WhatsApp status and let people know that this event is happening. Unless it is creating a problem, please do keep sharing it to a lot of people. So what other ways can we build brands of clubs? We can have bulletins. So this year our club initiated having the bulletin, and as far as I know, MES also has a bulletin. I have gone through that. So there are many for our club, the bulletin, probably I can say inspiration is Rotary Club of Bangalore. Wonderful bulletins, the rotator coming out every week, we can say, but we couldn't keep up with such a efficiency and proficiency of Rotary Club of Bangalore, but we did try to have it once in 15 days, and it is going on well. So somewhere down the lane, though it is a little bit of risky task, though it's a tedious task of sitting and writing the articles and trying to get it published in e-newsletter form, but it will be easier for us to approach anyone and try to share it with people, where they read through whatever works we have been doing. It'll be somewhere impressive, and it will try to create that effectiveness. It will increase the impact of the project. So this is something which the clubs can look into. Have your banners wherever you're trying to do the project. So of course, nowadays we are not having physical events, but still, if at all we have a virtual event, in my location where I sit, the showcase is one problem, where if I put a virtual background, then my face won't be seen. Only half of my body will be visible. But if you are in a well-lit area, we always suggest have a virtual background for your Zoom profile. Maybe of your posters, maybe of the project posters or your club logos and then. So that will somewhere improve the identity of you and the club. It will show, say, imagine you are trying to attend a event, maybe a community event, and you have your Rotaract Club logo as a background. So somewhere down the lane, if any of the Rotarians or Rotaractors are a part of it, they will surely recognize you. And they will be giving that importance to you because of the works which the previous Rotaractors and Rotarians have done, or the present Rotaractors and Rotarians have been doing. So that is also one more important thing. So today, I thought after a long time, let me sit with my club t-shirt. So this is the club t-shirt which our club has. So again, to improve the brand. So one thing is we have our club logo and name written here, and the back of the t-shirt we have RCBS, that is Rotaract Club of Bangalore Shisharipuram. The highest impact of this particular t-shirt, I would say, is when we conducted one of the project, and we had to stand on the main roads. So I'll talk about the project later. When we had to stand on the main road, all of us were having a uniform, that is this particular t-shirt on us. 4 of us were standing with the posters, and we were well recognized because we had our name also written on our t-shirt. So this also improves the brand. And once again, when I try to give more importance to the logo or the master brand than the personal or individual logos of the club, because the master brand will help in the survival of the organizations. And wherever you are, try to make the presence felt. I'll keep this short. I'll not talk more about it because we know how to make our presence felt. So my experience in branding or public image, I would say, first of all, it was a question of survival. And aptly, we have our past president, we have my vice president is also here. Meera ma'am also knows about it. Manju and Suraj also knows well about it. The status of the club when 2 years down the lane, the year 2018 and 19 was not so good. And when we felt that we have to improve the condition to see that we survive better, we thought of all possible actions which could be taken up. And the t-shirt idea was concepted last year when we really wanted a permanent mark as a brand. And it worked really well. In the year 2014 and 16, I guess Nishit remembers back then that club did have a t-shirt, but in between then there was no practice of having a t-shirt, but we did bring it out again. So for me, public image was rather a challenge of survival of the club and a challenge of administration that I took it up. Sandhya ma'am, thank you so much for joining, and very sorry I couldn't recognize you by your name, but happy that you could join us. We can't hear you, ma'am. I'll unmute you 1 minute.
I'll unmute myself. Yeah. Sorry about having to leave in between. I didn't want to talk in between. That's why I sent you a message. Bye-bye. All the best.
Thank you. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you so much.
So that was our very sweet Rotarian Sandhya ma'am, who has been a great support to us since a very long time, as far as my interaction with her since 3 years, you can see. So the question of survival came into picture during my administration, and we had a separate avenue for public image, which initiated a lot of projects with respect to that. That was as a president. And I also got an opportunity to be in the team of Rotarian Zaril Batasa last year, who was a Rotary District Public Image Director. So myself and Apurva both had an experience of learning through the committee or through the team of the District Public Image, how to improve the public image activities. So let me speak about my experience as a president first. Few of you are already aware of it. Two projects which I can or which are worth mentioning is our RCBS project Polio Warriors. It was a 19 days long continuous project. So it went on in different ways. One thing was posters, the second was video awareness about polio, and then we had pocket calendars made, and then we went house to house before the National Immunization Day near the Magadi Road Maternity Center. We mobilized the people and made them come to the maternity center for the polio vaccination. So in every logo, in every poster, we made sure our logo is there. In every video also, we made a frame where our logo comes into picture. So what we adapted was we tried to request few of the directors and CEOs of different companies to give out their view upon polio. Like we had the director of Sanam Vidya and one of the authors, Mrs. Sangeeta Venkatesh, giving a video bite about it. And we had two or three startup CEOs who gave their view about polio awareness, and ourselves as Rotaractors also, we had given a video awareness about polio vaccination. So all this went viral not only in our social media page, but because of those directors, it also went viral in their social media page. That means the reach of the people and the impact of the project increased. So if you are trying to have any major project, if you are trying to plan any project which you feel is impactful, try to get in touch with any of the CEOs or directors or people in the higher level of the society and request them to make a small video awareness of it. Maybe an invitation, maybe a small awareness bite, we can say that they're just doing this particular project, something of that sort, and try to add your logo. Don't give without your logo. Try to add your logo, the name of the club, and then give it back to them and circulate it. It is a very easy task. If you are using Canva or any of the apps, it is a very easy task to be done. So it will not only be in your page, but it will also go on the Facebook and social media page of those people. That is what is more important. Recently, if I'm not wrong, Rotarian Nalini Nanjundaya ma'am had done one of her Just Speak, her new venture. And the guest was our previous Commissioner of Police, Bhaskar Rao sir. Since both of them are in my friend list, I could see both Bhaskar Rao sir and Nalini ma'am had uploaded the poster. So I would say more than what Nalini ma'am would have got, the impact which Bhaskar Rao sir had shared will be more. Yes, ma'am. Yeah. The next thing which I wanted to talk about was Projects 3, as Meera ma'am rightly said. So Apurva started a project called as Menstrual Hygiene Sessions. So I was a project chair and she was the president of the club. And we had a challenge of taking it forward in a good way. And after I took in charge as a president, I thought, why not give it a brand name? Why not change it into a brand itself? So not only the club, but also projects can be given its own brand. And that is what we did through Projects 3. A very long project throughout the year. It ran almost 400 to 500 girls were trained with respect to menstrual hygiene sessions before the lockdown, and after lockdown we could reach out to 10 weeks of session, continuous 10 weeks of sessions on different topics, different guests, and finally the Projects 3 has made its own mark. Even the district council had recognized it for being one of the impactful project of the year. The same was, I guess, if I'm not wrong, the same advice was given to Sharanya also when she came up with an idea of sessions to give it a brand name. And I remember giving the same suggestion to the Rotaract Government College of Nursing when they came up. They wanted to have a session. I said, give it a brand name. And hence came Arogya Dishta, a project which Rotaract Government College of Nursing had taken up. And MES Rotaract wonderfully ran 4 weeks of Women of Vision, wonderful project where 4 great achievers had taken part in it and shared their views about their life and their experience to all the Rotaractors of MES. So give the branding to the projects too. And this projects will somewhere become an identity to your club. If we speak of Utkulta or Spelling Bee of Rotary Club of Bangalore, we get recognized by that. Some of us, though it is not given a good name, some clubs are known for it. Like I can say Bangalore West, Rotary Bangalore West is known for their e-Vidya Mitra or the e-learning units which they have been giving to different schools since 2 or 3 years. As far as my experience in literacy committees, I have seen them giving almost 400 to 500 units of e-learning units have been given to schools, maybe more than that. They had also given few benches. Our Rotary Club is known for the Happy School projects, Rangarao sir, and Happy Anganwadi projects. So all these, if given as I said, Happy School itself is a brand name which Rotary India has given. Just look at the importance of it and how widely we accept it. When we say we have to improve the schools, we have to give infrastructure, a lot of things come into our mind and we do it. But giving it a tag name and making it as one of the targets has itself gained momentum now. If we speak about the DG citation, the district governor citation, if the Rotary Club has to achieve, they have to complete some elements of Happy School. So what is Happy School? That itself is a study now because of the brand which is given to that particular Happy School project. Everyone does infrastructure development in schools, but Happy School has its importance. So try to do this with respect to any of your projects. And another project I can remember is, as I told you, when this bus priority lanes were made, we made use of the opportunity and we tried to create awareness. So we thought, let us not make it narrow and let us not keep it narrow. Let us keep it a little, can we say, universal. And we changed the name of the project, or we named the particular project as Rotaract Stands with BMTC. Nowhere our club name was involved, other than the t-shirts and other than the posters which we were holding. Even in the posters, the main thing which was seen was Rotaract Stands with BMTC. So in a way, this was our service to the society, we can say, or our service to the Rotaract district, where through our project, the Rotaract name got in picture to so many people. Those who are traveling in the bus, we stood from tin factory to silk board in every bus stop holding the posters, creating an awareness. So all those who are traveling in the bus, all the Sarathi, the people, the policemen in the Sarathi vehicles, everyone were trying to take photo of us. They had taken selfies with us. They appreciated us for our project. But the name Shesharipuram was not in prominent, but it was more of Rotaract. So as I said, this is something which will build the brand. So try to prioritize on Rotaract first and then the club, but don't leave both. Both are important. So this is about a few of my experiences as a president, and as a member of the public image committee, we had worked on posters and stickers and so many other projects. So now again a question time. Where do you think we can make these good logos of our master brand? Where do you think we can? Okay, thank you, Manju. Thank you for joining. Where do you think we can make this master brand for our clubs? Any of you can answer. Welcome, President Nagendra from Rotaract Shantiniketan. Let me ask few people here. Rakshit, upcoming leader of our club. Yeah. Where do
You're
you think?
talking about
Can
an
you hear me?
app or software, sir?
No, I'm asking you a place where we can prepare this. Have you seen Rotaract Club of Bangalore, Shesharipuram in the pink, which is written
Yes,
in
sir.
pink? So where do you think it is available? No idea, right?
No, sir.
So 99% of our Rotaractors have the same problem. We don't know of the facilities which the Rotary International has given to us. Miramam says an Indo-native games like, forgive me if I spell it wrong,
Palankuri.
Okay. Will be good for stimulation and concentration and won't cost much. So we have got a project idea. Secretary of Projects will make a note of it. And we'll get in touch with ma'am to learn more about it. Yeah, so as I was saying, 99% of us don't know where these facilities are available. If you try to log in, I'm pretty sure that all of you have got your membership ID and all of you have been asked during the registrations to log into my.rotary.org. So when you log into my.rotary.org, you get a lot of options and a lot of facilities or resources there. So Rotary Brand Store or Rotary Brand Center is one of the place where you can create such logos and make use of it, especially with respect to Rotary Rotaract. You can make letterheads, you can make posters. Have a look into this particular website and get into it and search what are the options. Letterheads for Rotaractors, I couldn't find it last year. I have tried it, but for Rotary it is available. And for Rotaract logos, different types of logos. They have specified rules to make the logos or the master brand, but it is available in the brand store, which you can make use of. And there is also something called as Rotary Learning Center. If you have not heard about it, I have done around a minimum of 10 certification courses in Rotary Learning Center, maybe membership development or many things. There are so many courses, even because of the recent MOU with the Toastmasters. Even Toastmaster material is also available in the Learning Center of Rotary. So go to the Learning Center of Rotary. There are various free certification courses which you can do, after completion of which you will be getting the certificate. No exams required. All you have to do is to read through the material which is given and try to take up these courses. At least 1 or 2 courses will be helpful. However, we are free right during the lockdown. So once again, I was speaking about brand store. The reason why brand store has been given is for this particular reason. And of course, our label pins and badges are very important. Forgive me, today I have left my label pin in another room and I had to start the event, so couldn't run and get it. But since I'm sitting with my club t-shirt, I felt it is okay, but still it is not okay. Try to wear your lapel pin wherever possible, whenever whichever event you're going. Even if I'm known for wearing my lapel pin and my vest coat, even for marriages and functions. So they will ask me if I have not come with a vest coat. Nowadays they are asking me, "Bagal itko mandidya." I know you want to go to some event after this. Otherwise, you wouldn't have come to the marriage or program. So this is how some of us get identified. I have got identified as a social service person now, unknowingly or unknowingly. I might not be doing as much as what Chakravarti Sulibele or someone else is doing, but still that mark has been created because of the works which we do. So along with that, if you remember last year, Rotaract, during the Milana, the water bottles were given. So all those kind of materials also can be used to improve our branding, we can say. I'm sitting on my table and I have here the table calendar printed by Reva University. Since I'm the alumni of Reva, we have got this calendar to us in the alumni meet. So just think now, I might have had some other table calendar, but since it was given by my university, and because I was an alumni or I am an alumni of it, I have that feelings towards it and I have kept it on the table. And if this is a table which many people visit, without you speaking about it, they get to see what we are doing. I mean, about Reva University. So it is a marketing technique as well, which will be easier for us to get sponsorship. The more exposure or the more we try to improve the brand, it will be easier for us to penetrate into any CSR fundings. So I guess I have taken a long time to talk, and I keep it open for 1 or 2 of you to share your experiences or talk whatever you want. And then I have one important project to make. I see 3 presidents here. I mean, of course, why we consider Lavanya as a club in charge now. That is Sharanya, Lavanya, and Nagendra. All 3 are here. And we have one representative from SSMRB also. So probably I have a small proposal to you all. But before that, let me hear from any one of you about anything which is related to uh, branding or stuff. First, I would like to start from our past president. I can call him as an encyclopedia of Rotaract, Nishit.
Hello.
Initially.
Sorry, it took a little bit of time to unmute myself. My screen just flipped. But very good, Srinidhi. I mean, I'm very happy that the club has grown. I think there's seventh year running.
Yes, it's 7th year running.
Yeah, so I'm very glad that this is the seventh year of our club which is running, and I wish our club to grow even more. I wish to see that to see the club touch 100 years in the near future. So it and I just wanted to say this was a very good talk which you gave, which was very much required for our new members to know about this.
Thank you, past president. Your presence is a great strength to us, and we are very happy and proud that you have been joining us. And of course, we are coming to you, Meera Ma'am. Uh, please take over the stage.
You know the strength of Rotary or Rotaract. Guess what is the strength?
It is around 1,500 to 2,000, if I'm not
Sorry,
wrong.
nobody can stick to the chair. 1 year you do or die. Can't stick to the chair and hold on to the chair. That is, in my opinion, is the best rule in Rotary. Because you sit in one place, this thing you become autocrat and a dictatorship and all those things. And number two, you develop a friendship. You are all youngsters. It goes a long way in your life in achieving so many things. So many things. So that friendship, togetherness, and doing things togetherness is the most important link. Alumni of so and so, you said. When you meet after 30, 40 years, young students coming out of the institution, automatically you start smiling and feel happy. When I meet another presidential, I'm so happy. We had one Santanam. He died 100 completed and gone. And I'm so junior to him. When he knew that I'm from Presidency College, his eyes smiled, he smiled, and all. These friendships are very, 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 very important. And I would like to post one, I want opinion. This virtual things, virtual meetings. In the youth services, I said, Raila, you cannot. It is the personal contact. They are so bored with their teachers, and we go and tell them something, they tend to listen. And now they are seeing everything, classes there, and all. Another one in the thing. But in 1 hour, virtual this thing, what can you tell them? Every child needs a individual attention. That is my take of it. What is your opinion?
Very truly said, ma'am. When we take into aspect of any child, being a teacher myself, uh, when we look at, say, if we are saying about the same meeting which we are addressing now, no offense to anyone, few of us are with our videos on, few of us are not. That means to say that few of us have a technical difficulty, so we are just watching with our video off. Few of us either might be walking, or we might be working in the kitchen, or we might be even reading a book and also listening to it. So the attention span of students in a virtual platform is very, very less, and the impact is quite less. I did try it. One of the exercise which I do to the students during the RILA, I tried with my students yesterday in the class. I try to divide them to different rooms, breakout rooms, and try to do that activity. It was a very tough task for me. And the effectiveness was quite less. But if there is a personal touch, it is always good. That is what I feel. And
Personal
trainings can
takes
happen.
Personal text goes a long way. Goes a
Long
long
way.
way. And they are kids, I say. They're not zombies. They're not mechanical. Their minds has to be stimulated. Their personal contact is face to face is the one which makes Raila of this form effective. I told that in the youth service. No. Then they said we will ask Ram Seshu to make some program for 1 hour. Then that is another meeting. That's all. What is the participation of the kids? Even in a Raila, I say more than 30 cannot be effective. For a visit more than 30, you cannot pay attention to the students. And when one student says, another student has to listen and think about it. I think I'm right in telling my opinion. Raila, person to person, not virtual, is most important. Right?
Right, ma'am, very truly, because we also recently cancelled our classical dance classes which were running off online. Reason being the interaction of students was quite less. We felt it is better to have an offline class than online. We haven't started it yet through Veda, but still we are working on it. So completely agree with you. So that is our take on building brand Rotaract, and we have one giant here who has his own way of building the brand, probably as a deputy TRR in the Panther year, from making the year as a Panther year till adopting Apsara, the actual Panther in Bannerghatta. Past President Krishnarjan has made his own mark in the brand building. Thank you for joining, Krishna. So this is my last point for the day, and the presidents and the representatives can consider it as a proposal. This is a long-standing project which I wanted to do since almost 2 years, I can say. Why can't we paint one of the underpasses of Bengaluru with the logos of Rotary, Rotaract, and Interact with few of the projects which we have done, or maybe few of the project logos or logos of the projects, maybe the Teach Mission, or maybe our Jaipur leg projects, or maybe the avoidable blindness. These are the projects which Rotary has been doing, maybe the cleft lip surgery projects. Why can't we do that and try to promote our club, not just a club, our organization as a whole in the city of Bengaluru? So I guess this is one of the proposal I would like to put forward, and if not this year, at least in the coming years, I wish to see this. And thank you, Miraman. Thank you so much. And I really want one underpass at least to have the entire grandeur of our Rotary and Rotaract. And as we pass through, we will feel proud that we are a part of this particular organization and the entire world recognizes us. So that's my time. Thank you so much for your patience listening. I have taken a little bit extra time compared to what I had to take, but this is about building brand Rotaract. And yes, Mirama.
The meeting is over. I have a personal request.
I'll just request Suraj to present the vote of thanks and stop the live streaming, and then we can continue.
Srinidhi, before that, just wanted to say sorry about joining in late. Brilliant session again, and lovely to listen to one of the most inspiring leaders from our club ever. So, thank you for all the services you're putting in, and brand Rotaract, brand Rotary. Yeah, we have to look at all creative ways to take it to the next level. And I think DG's vision has been that this year, and probably Rotaract branding has not been seen in that kind of a way because of budget restrictions. But with the right permissions and the creativity of Rotaractors, we will be able to accomplish whatever you're planning to do. So we'll try to work towards that. And with respect to the Raila point, I have a creative take for it, and we can probably experiment it and see if it works, and which will involve a lot of interaction from the kids, and which will actually force them to interact with us in a very creative way. If we are able to succeed in that, then probably we can continue with the online model till schools resume full operation and give us an opportunity to go and present or conduct the Raila module there. Otherwise, we'll have to wait for the thing, wait for Corona to subside, and only then do Raila, which will again be a loss. So let's see how we can do it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Krishna Arjun, and thank you for a wonderful video and poster on vulture awareness conservation. With the permission of Vice President, I request Suraj to present the vote of thanks, and we will stop the live streaming, but we can continue speaking.
Yes.
Yeah, sure,
So,
Srinidhi.
am I hello?
Yeah, go on, Suraj.
Yes. So, first of all, this was an amazing session, and yes, we would want a brand in our lives. I mean, it is really required. So, yes, I would like to thank our guest speaker IPP and ZRR RTR Srinidhi SU, who spoke and also gave us a lot of information and a lot of ways to create brands and how to project it. And I thank Meera Mai Shankar ma'am, our club advisor, to be a part of this meeting. I thank Vice President Lavanya for organizing this event, and I thank all Vaishnavi Cave from MES for her invocation song, and thank you for being a part of this event. I thank all the past presidents here, Nishchit, past president Krishna Arjun, past president Apurva, everybody for being a part of this event. I thank Bindu, professional service director. I thank Rakshit, I thank Rakshit, club editor, for being a part of this event. I thank I thank Rotaractors from uh, all the other Rotaractors from our club and other clubs as well. Thanks a lot for being a part of this event. Thank you. Over to you, Lavanya.
Thank you, Suraj. Thanks to you too. Well, I would like to thank all the past presidents and secretaries of other clubs, well, and all the members of Rotaract Club of Bangalore, Sheshadipuram. Thanks to all for joining for this session, and happy to chair this project since it's all about learning, the process of learning and interactive session. I would like to express my gratitude to the speaker of the day, Retractor Srinidhi. Thanks for such an insightful information, Srinidhi. Well, I would like to make a sense of appreciation to club advisor, Rotarian Meera ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Well, thank you all. Yeah, Srinidhi, over to you.
Thank you, Vice President, for chairing and presiding by the event, and very happy that our friends from MES could make it here. President Sharanya, Secretary Naren, and President of Rotaract Shantiniketan, Rotaract Nagendra, and Rotaract Sangeeta from SSM Varvi. Thank you so much for joining. And it was what can we say? It was I guess Ramya was also here from MES, so thanks to her too. And Sandhya ma'am made a very surprising visit today after a long time to our club, so very happy about it. And I'm sure that Lavanya will send out our gratitude to her in the Youth Service Committee group. So I'll be stopping the uh, live streaming of the event now, and we can continue for another 5 minutes. And after that, there is another event happening in the same link. So once again, we will be meeting in the upcoming weeks with a new topic, new speaker, and something new to learn about. So thank you all.